It's not just her party that Theresa May has to win over with this reshuffle. It's the voters. To understand what she's up against ahead of the reshuffle, we sat in on 2 swing voter focus groups put together for the pollsters Britain Thinks. An older group of Conservative-leaning voters and a younger group of Labour-leaning ones. And what they have to say about Theresa May will not make comfortable listening for the Prime Minister.
I thought she was going to be brilliant, but the way she handled her election run-up was just disastrous.
I think they've put Theresa May in charge to think that everyone will think, oh, look, another Mrs Thatcher. And she, she's not a patch on her.
I just seem to turn off when she comes on the television. She doesn't make me want to listen to what she's saying.
So she's not, sort of like, not charismatic?
No,
or...
and I've always been a Conservative.
Ouch.
Since I was 18.
Slightly less surprisingly, the younger group weren't keen on Mrs May either.
Meek. Self-centred.
Why self-centred?
I think she's enjoying having the power too much. She's not thinking about the country.
The 2 groups agreed public services like the NHS are struggling. The younger voters thought the main problem was money.
Very pessimistic.
Very pessimistic?
Yeah.
Why is that?
There's just too much debt that the NHS are building up.
My friend's a fireman, and me as a painter, I'm not complaining, but I earn more money than what he does as a fireman, and he's risking his life every day. And I think that's crazy.
But the older voters placed more blame on a growing, ageing population.
Too many people come into the country, causing more demand, and not just people coming into the country, people from this country.
Nobody has prepared for the fact that, as you said, we have a much older population now.
So what about the political alternative? What do they think about Jeremy Corbyn? Well, the younger group liked him.
At the end of the day, I just feel like he can't do no worse than what's happening at the moment, so why not give him the chance?
And the older group were more sceptical.
He's trying to get the vote of the youngsters by saying that university fees and all the rest of it. But, I mean, we can't afford it.
But here's the kicker. As much as the older group mistrusted Jeremy Corbyn, they were still ready to vote for him.
Who put Theresa May? And who put Jeremy Corbyn? Interesting.
And the weaker May's got, in my opinion, I think he's got stronger.
Whether you believe in what he has to say, you'd be clear about what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not clear about what Theresa May has to say.
I don't like Jeremy Corbyn either because of some of the policies he has, but I think he would be a stronger leader than Theresa May.
And that should really worry the Prime Minister. Carl Dinnan, News at 10.